When I was about 13, there was a song in the charts by Charles and Eddie called Would I Lie to You? And I used to really love playing along to it because it's a really cool groove. I thought it was Jeff Porcaro on that track, but I don't think it is. Anyway, the groove starts with a classic soul fill, which I've covered in one of my other videos. It's basically right, left, left, right, right, left, right, right. Or you could start with your left hand. Check out the other video for instructions on how to play that. In the rest of this video, I just want to deal with all the other fills that get used in the song, which are all fairly basic, but it's nice to have, you know, a library of things like that that you can use in your own playing. So the groove that the song is based around is something like this. So those 4 snare notes that I played at the end, the 3 and 4 of the end of the section, that's where most of these fills are going to be played. So the first one is the old Pat Boone, Debbie Boone. I don't know who Pat Boone and Debbie Boone are. Maybe somebody could enlighten me in the comments. But basically that's just snare, tom, snare, snare, tom. Pat Boone, Taka Boone, Pat Boone, Debbie Boone. And that is a really usable fill. You can get away with that anywhere and it always sounds good. Then you could do the same thing but have a little drag before the 2 snare notes. So it was the same thing, but just with a little buzz before the right hand, or a drag, a double stroke. Digga-da-doon, taka-doon, or bra-doon, taka-doon. So on similar lines to that, there's a fill that just uses 1, 2, 3 and a 4 and you could voice this in a whole bunch of different ways. I'm going to use a drag to lead into it. 1, 2, raga-doon, and I'll just play it with different voicings around the toms. It's right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So this next fill is the one that leads into the chorus. So there's a push at the end of a bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, down, dun, 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 bam, and then the chorus comes in. So I'll just play that fill and then I'll explain what it is. So you have an open hi-hat on the 3, 1, 2, 3, just on its own, and then the and of 3 is a triplet, snare, tom, tom. So stick-a-da, and then a kick on the 4, and then a kick and a crash on the and of 4, which is that anticipated hit. So I'll play that bar by itself. And then the next bar has 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a. So that's playing 3-note groups in the 16th notes. Da 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 dun da da 1 and a 2 and a da 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 da. And that's a really nice thing to use in all sorts of ways. So those 3-note groups, you'll find Vinny does that a lot on a bunch of Sting stuff, and it's just a nice way to have a flowing fill that leads in to the next thing. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4 and a 1. All right, next up, some more fills for the verse. This is just snare, snare, kick, kick, and then snare and crash on the and of 4, and a little drag to lead up to that. Okay, back to the Pat Boone, Debbie Boone, but this time I'm going to do Pat on a tom and the Boone on the snare. Pat, Boone, Debbie, Boone. Okay, then we have another one with the kind of 3-note feel. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, doon, da 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 doon, bish, 2, do da 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 doon, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and 1, 3. Okay, this is another simple one. It's going to be 3 and a 4 and 3 and a 4 and. I'm going to play tom, snare, tom, tom, tom. 2, 3. Okay, now we have a Phil Collins-esque fill. This is going to be 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and da ga da bum. 1, 2, 3. Okay, then we have a little workout for the bass drum. This is going to be 1 and then E and A on the bass drum, and then the same for beat 2. So I find that a pretty difficult one to play, and I remember it standing out on the record because you don't often hear 3 bass drums next to each other in that kind of song. And if you can get your right foot to be able to play that, then you'll have drummers' ears perking up all over the place when you drop it in a song. But I wouldn't throw it in a song unless you were comfortable with playing it. And I'm not, so I've never used it live. Okay, here's another really simple one. This is just going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. But it's got a nice musical feel to it. So then there's this breakdown section in the middle that sounds really cool. There's some kind of sample that's overlaid to make the drums sound airy in the middle of the groove. But you can replicate that by playing up on the ride bell on beat 2. And it's a kind of double backbeat, 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So 1, 2 and then 3 and a 4. And then an and on the 4 as well. So that feel at the end, which I didn't play particularly well, is something like 1 a 2 a 3. So you're accenting the 1 and the a of 1. 1 a 2 a 3. 1 a 3, and the a on the bass drum. So I was just thinking about stickings for that, and I'm opting for right, left, left, right, left, right, left foot. Right, left, left, right, left, right, left foot, and then flam. So that's it for this lesson. I hope that's been of some use to you and you'll find somewhere to put these new fills. I think it's always good to have a reserve of things that just work. And quite often in those situations, I'll find myself playing either the same old stuff or trying to create things that just end up not working at all. So it's good to have a library of stuff like this to pull from. So if you enjoyed this video, check out my YouTube channel. There's a button at the top left of this video, and you can go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. You'll find out about new lessons. You can also follow my Facebook from my channel page and from the link description underneath. Leave comments if you like the video. Let me know what kind of thing you'd like to see in the future, and I will see you next time.